Good afternoon, YouTube. It's me, Greg Martin, HTM Law Comics, doing my first unboxing. So, I guess we call this video Unboxing and Chasing Grades. As you know, I've sent a lot of books out to get graded, some to CBCS and some to CGC. So, I got one box today from CBCS. I'm getting one box from CGC on Wednesday and another on Thursday, so we'll do the successive unboxings then. As I told you in the last videos, I know the grades. I looked them up when I was checking my progress, so I'm not going to do the magic reveal. I'm not going to hide anything. I know that, but I'll make comments about the books themselves and the grading process. Shout outs to Chino and Manny and R&R Comics in Houston, Chino Comics and More on their YouTube channel. Again, they have auctions every Wednesday and Friday. Great people. I really enjoy their auctions. Shout out to Strictly Comics. I do their auctions on Sundays. Also, good group of guys. Shout out to Manny and Chino of R&R Comics. And I'm going to do a shout out to Paul of R&R Comics because he made a grading determination, which ended up being quite correct. Kudos to him. So won't give him so much grief as I have before. To Team CGC, Larry up in Canada. He's kind of one of the reasons about the chasing grades that I kind of take issue with, but you know, it is what it is. So let's get to the books. So first one, as I got a Tom Grady back on this one, is the This is the Batman 608 signed by Jim Lee that I got from Manny and Chino in R&R Comics. And this is the one actually Paul said would be a 9.8. And they verified the signature and gave it a 9.8. So, quite pleased with that. You know, like I said, I don't have a lot of signed comics. And I know CGC will not verify a signature unless they witnessed it. So, I have to go to CBCS to have them verify it, so they give me the red label, and we have the, so we'll take it out so it looks a little better. It is Batman 608, the Jim Lee cover, signed by Jim Lee. Surprised they took his C of A out, but I guess you don't need it if they verify it. So verified, here it is, Batman 608. Quite pleased with this. So it's the elusive 9.8, good copy and good grade. Our next one is, this is the Amazing Spider-Man 800. Now this one I got at Third Eye Comics in Annapolis. You know, they have signings and artists that come in, or you know, writers or whoever, talent come in and do signings, and they always invite people to come in and you know, get in line and wait for people to come in and view it and get the thing signed. I don't do that, you know. So I was down there one day just looking at some looking at back issues. I'll go to the back issue wall and look at back issues, and I saw this. It's the Spider-Man 800. It's a variant. And I saw it signed, and it was like 19 bucks. So I said, signed, variant, by two people, 19 bucks. Give it a shot, you know. Take it, you know. I mean, they had tons of variants of it. But this one was signed, and so I took it and then went ahead and got it looked at. It was, see, it's signed by, Dan Slott and Tyler Kirkham. So those are the guys that signed it, and so got a 9.8. So very pleased with that. You know, so Good issue, got the red label, so verified signatures, and 9.8. So you got that. Now, Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, signed by Frank Miller. I got this one at Basement Comics up in Aberdeen, Maryland. Guy does cleaning and pressing, and I was there and I saw some of the books, and this was available in the raw, and I said, "Oh, okay." Signed Frank Miller from I had a couple copies of The Dark Knight, the first #1, but nothing signed, and so I thought it was a pretty decent get. Not happy with the 7.5, not at all. Don't know why. It doesn't really give you any kind of notes, I don't think, because it says it's got white pages and no grader's notes. I have to go look at it, but it said there was some crease on it or something. I got some ticks, swine ticks, which I don't think can be rubbed out. A little abrasion here, a little abrasion there, but I can't figure out why it got that much of a hit, but it did. So 7.5, and could have cleaning and pressing have done anything with it? Probably not. Probably not. I don't. But I'm not gonna take it out, try to get it done. No, I'm not gonna do that. It's signed by Frank Miller, verified, so I am good with that. If I get a chance to buy one that's a 9.8 signed by Frank Miller, I might do it. I do know where one is. I'll check and see if they still have it. If they do, I might spend a couple $100 to get it. So we'll see. But that's this one. Next one we have is the Thor 337. This is the first appearance of what Beta Ray Bill is the character. But this one is signed by Walt Simonson. Now I saw this also at Third Eye down in Annapolis. Went down there, and again, same place when I got this, same time I got the Spider-Man 800. Saw it. Said, okay, well, signed. It's the, it's a key issue. First appearance is Beta Ray Bill, which I wasn't happy because, I like my blonde Thor god, Thor the Norse god of thunder, from the beginning, and no one else should be wielding the hammer, and Thor's the guy. So, but this was the key issue, so picked it up and sent it out, and they gave it a 9.0. Again, just says, want grader's notes, I can go on the website. I don't know, but 9.0, so it's good. It's a key issue, so still decent. So glad to have it. Now the last one, I'm actually kind of proud of. Is this Spider-Man 1, signed by Todd McFarlane. Now I got this back in, actually I got this back when it came out in 1991 or 1990 from Big Planet Comics and my buddy Joel. This is one of those where he, I bought a few copies of Spider-Man and the different things. He even gave me a platinum one for $80, and he came up to me and said, Greg, I got this Spider-Man signed by Todd McFarlane. I'll sell it to you if you want. I said, hey, great. That was back then when he was new and this just started, and I said, great. I got the thing for $80 as well, and I said, be one of the few that actually have a McFarlane signed thing. And as you see, I've got the little red thumbprint on the back, and even the letter of authenticity from June 1990, which came with it, which they didn't put in the slab, but went ahead and gave it to me, gave it back. And so, proud that this got a 9.4. I am. because I've kept it since 1990, and in my garage, in a bag and board and in a box, and it has stayed in a really decent shape. So I got a decent grade. Now, when you think about these, and I get comics graded again because if they're important comics or key comics, I want to preserve them in their state that they are as best I can. It's a necessary evil because a lot of people like them raw, like to keep their comics raw, and I've kept a lot of comics raw for the longest time. Don't have the money or the time or the expense to grade everything. Just don't. Way too much time. It takes too long, and just for me it's a waste. So important key comics, truly key comics, and important comics are ones that grade. So this I got graded because it's a number one and it's signed by McFarlane. So that makes a big difference to me. But it's a 9.4. Didn't get it cleaned and pressed. Not going to get it cleaned and pressed because I'm not in this hobby to chase a grade. Well, does a 9.8 make a difference? Yes, it does. I know I watched one video where the guy went and priced like 20 key comics at 9.8. Came back, they ended up being valued about $30,000. He then priced them at 9.6, and they came back at $7,000. So that one bump is a $23,000 difference. That's a big hit. It really is. And it's one of those that if you're in it because you want to maximize money and you flip, yes, you can chase it. Because you take it and you say, okay, I crack this open, I get it cleaned and pressed for 10, 15 bucks. Send it back in and hope and pay the $30 when I send it back in, and hope it comes up with a better grade. So if it goes from 9.4 goes to a 9.6, small bump. But the thing is, can it go from the 9.6 to a 9.8? Make the difference. And the thing is, if you sit there and you look at the book and you go, I don't know why it got a 9.4. I look at it and go, okay, is it because there's a little separation on the side, or I don't know. And so you sit there and you go, can you call them and go, hey, can you tell me why this didn't get a 9.8? They won't do that. At least I don't think. They have some gradage notes, but most won't tell you. So you're speculating on whether or not it makes a difference. When I first started the grading, it was, you could do a pre-screening. Then you say if it doesn't get a 9.0 or better, send it back. You don't screen it, so I don't have to pay for it. And you're happy. You're happy if your thing's got a 9.0 or better. But now, it's not a 9.8. People aren't happy with it. 9.0 is still a high grade, and they'll say, well, there's room to press and clean it. You can crack it open, send it back. And I'm just one of those that says, I'm not in it because I want a ton of 9.8s. If I get 9.8, great. I'm happy, over the moon, whatever you want to call it. Really happy that I was able to get the ball pick raw, preserve it well enough, send it in, and really get a good grade. But I just can't chase it. I just can't. Because then it's all about just getting a good grade. My buddy Marty at Land in Time, Lost in Time Toys. He's a big grade chaser. He chases them. He has a giant size X-Men that I saw that had a 5.0. And I asked him to buy it. At the time, I think it was like $2,500, $3,000. And he goes, no, guy offered me $6,000 for it, but I won't do it. I'm going to crack it open, get it repressed, and send it back in. And I said, all you're doing is chasing a grade. You're chasing a grade. Don't know why, but that's what you want to do. That's what you do. But for me, I have it as it is. Happy with it. I mean, but yeah, so if he gets a better grade, it's worth thousands of dollars. Some people will do it, some people won't. It's up to you how you want to, spend your time. From button, and we shall see you then. Have a good day.